Welcome back. Today we're doing an unveiling of a product that I thought was a kind of a joke, to tell you the truth. This is a ceramic zirconium dubbing rake. For those of you who have watched me in the past, you know that I don't really do too much stuff on tools. And as this one, when it came out, I thought it was a joke, partly because I really like to hand pick. You know, I've done this all my life. I've always hand picked on my rabbit and on my squirrel skins and stuff, and I'm a picker, you know, not like Johnny. I'm not a nose picker, I'm a picker. And I like to do this, and I like to make my own dubbing. But we got these in, I saw them, and Hareline, I don't know if one of the guys called this or what, and I saw it and I thought, well, it's kind of a joke. And so I grabbed one, all the guys are in here, and I come over and I take this orange fox squirrel skin. As you can see, I've got a bunch of them all over here. And I just came over here and I went like this, and I played around a little bit like that. And I looked, I literally had this, I used it once, and I started getting giddy. And I started telling the guys, oh my God, this is the greatest tool ever. And you can see, I mean, I have never had a tool that I just instantly said I could see a multitude of applications for it, and it does it better than I can do it by hand. And you see, I just did right there, and all I did was I came over here, and at first, I couldn't see it. I didn't think it was working because I didn't have my glasses. And I looked down, and I've got the perfect, I mean, this is absolutely, that when I kind of let go, I'm crazy. It's the perfect amount of under fur, and there I just, you know, so now I've just, while we were talking, I've done enough for 3 flies, right? And I've got the perfect amount of this dubbing and guard hair to make what a hare's hair, any of your picky bodies, right? And so I thought, wow, that's pretty cool. And I'm kind of geeking out on this stupid thing. And I keep telling the guys, you're not gonna believe this thing. It works. It's better than advertised. So I grab a hare's hair, and this is the ones that, because I'm a big hare's hair fan. You know, I know how much people love their Euro nymphs. I like sole in my flies, and I will never give up on my hare's hairs and my other flies that have sole. And so I go to this hare's hair mask, which is pretty well shot. You can see it's pretty well picked over. And I just go, and it's a bleached. And so I go in here, and I do just that fast, and I was like, oh my God, that is, I'm gonna tie a fly here in a second without describing it, so you don't have to listen to all that crap. But I did that, and I went, it's absolutely perfect. And I was thinking, well, what else can I do with this thing? And all my flies, and all my mayflies in particular, I'm gonna just set that little piece right here, because we're gonna use that. That was off the bleached hare's hair, right? And I'm not gonna mess with it any more than that. I'm just gonna set it right there. And I like a darker thorax than I do my abdomen on my flies. And so I grab this olive hare's hair, and I just go and I rake that out. And I come in and put it right on top of that thing, right over it. And I'm like, wow, this would be so easy. You can see, I got a 2-tone body. And it was that fast. I mean, just while we were sitting here, while Braden was setting everything up, I probably did a dozen of these things and just set them here, just playing. I didn't even get to the pine squirrel. It's one of my favorites. I went in here, did that, just that fast. And with the pine squirrels, they get kind of dubby, right? And so, I'll probably lose that and have to do another one. But they get kind of dubby. They don't get a lot of hair. They don't get a lot of the picky stuff. So you get a little bit harder. You go in there just a little bit more, just a little rougher, and you get more guard hair. It also does not preclude you. You don't have to just stop there. You can also just come in and pick the old-fashioned way like that and get all these giant guard hairs, right? Boom, lay it right over top. Just that easy. I mean, it's like, it is so fast, so easy. The big thing, you don't have to blend up a pile of dubbing, right? If you want to do some with their 2-tone, some that are straight, it's so fast. You set that thing there, and you just boom, 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 just like that. There's your dubbing, and right there, just that fast, I got enough to do a size 14 hare's hair. So, without further ado, I'm going to take that and I am going to set this. I think I blew that, there it is right here. Blew that one off there a little bit, moving everything. So I'm going to just take a look. One other thing I forgot to mention. When I first started doing these, I went in on the hides, and I went from the head up here, the forehead, just trying to get the longer stuff, and you can hear this scratching. There's nothing left of it, right? It's pretty much just skin. I've used this up. But I went in there like that to get these longer hairs, and when it came out, and I'll just show you on this one, it had a lot of this hide in it, little pieces of flicks of hide and just leather, right? Not leather, but rawhide. And I thought, well, that's kind of a downside. But I took it, put it in my loop, and when I spun it, it just kind of blew out, so it didn't matter at all. So find this, I'm going to find this one, put the vise back in here, just to speed this up. We aren't going to talk too much about tying the fly, I just want you to see how I do it. And so I've already got my tail and my rib put in here. I'm going to do a little dubbing loop, the size 14. Just get this started. Come to the front. Put real glasses on. That easy. Now, when you look at this fly, and you saw you saw how fast that was, right? I went in there, I picked that out, I laid a little two-tone on top of it, and you look at this body, it's 30% thicker abdomen or thorax than abdomen, just like it's supposed to be. You can see it's darker, you know, so it was that easy. And I think that's going to be one of the things you find when you use the tool that makes it really fun to work with, is how easy it is to blend materials. If you want to take, you know, pine squirrel, hare's ear, fox squirrel, you can kind of blend them together, get different effects. This truly is as advertised. I love this thing. This is going to become an essential tool. You're going to see that in the future with me doing in a lot of different videos. Hope you liked it. Hope it helps you out.